Educational Information and Communication Technology presents Educational Satellite Television Programs.
Hello, teacher. Hello, students. Welcome to today's lesson on territorial behavior. In our last lesson, we learned about courtship behavior in animals. We discovered that animals can communicate their intentions to mate through pheromones, touch, or song. We also looked at examples of the different kinds of courtship behaviors in a few species. In today's lesson, we will be learning about territorial behavior patterns in animals. We will discuss the idea of territory as it relates to animals. We will look at examples of different species and how they establish and defend their territories. Are you ready to begin? Let us start off with a discussion question. Students, what do you think constitutes an animal's territory? Take a few minutes and discuss your thoughts with a classmate. You may begin.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Welcome back, everyone. I am sure you had some great conversations about the concept of territory. Most animal behavior biologists would define territory as any space that an animal defends against intruders of the same species. Nearly every species establishes a territory, which means that every species exhibits territorial behavior. By having territory, it provides the species with an area to forage for food and an area to attract a mate. It also reduces vulnerability to a predator. Animals that do not have a territory may challenge the owner of occupied territory for their area. If the species that are challenging one another are the same species, it is called a conspecific contest. Students, what do you think are some of the benefits of establishing a territory? Write down your ideas on a sheet of notebook paper.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Hello again, students. I am sure you wrote down some interesting ideas. Animals establish and maintain a territory for a variety of reasons. Often, animals want to secure a place where they can forage for food safely. They also establish a territory so they can build a nest or a den. This allows the animals to have a safe place to rest. The young animals will spend the first part of their life in the nest or den, so the adult animals want to make sure that predators are not around to harm the offspring. Animals establish territories so they can mate as well. They require a place to court and then safely mate. Another benefit of maintaining a territory is that the animal does not have to expend any effort in looking for food or habitat. When animals are looking for territory, they spend a lot of time and energy. If an animal already has its territory claimed, it does not have to worry about looking for a place to eat, mate, and rest. To summarize, animals defend their territory when they have already built a nest or a den. The area is their mating site, or the area provides food sources for themselves and their young. Typically, males defend the territory. However, in species like fiddler crabs, it is the female that does the job. When conspecific conflicts occur, animals are more likely to engage in ritualistic displays rather than immediately resort to fighting. Ritualistic displays, or defense threat displays, may be visual, such as an animal displaying the color of feathers or fur. They may be auditory, such as a bird singing or wolf howling. Many animals use scent marking to indicate the boundaries of their territory. The territory's resident animal defends his or her area by expending considerable time and effort. But energy is critical to the livelihood of the animal. The area must be able to provide the animal with an abundance of food to support the loss of energy in this way. We could look at Ethiopian wolves, which are social animals, as an example. They live and hunt in packs. They also establish their territory as a pack. All adult wolves mark their area with urine, which contains pheromones. When direct encounters happen between neighboring packs, the wolves are aggressive and usually chase the intruding pack away. The larger pack usually wins. As we stated in this lesson, fighting is a last resort when animals are defending their territory. Why do you think this is, class? Discuss your reasoning for this statement with a partner.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you all had a chance to share your ideas with one another. Fighting uses up a large amount of energy and can result in injury or death. Animals' instincts help to steer their actions. For example, if a stronger animal feels it can overpower a weaker animal, it will intrude on the weaker animal's territory and will not retreat if the animal begins to fight. On the other hand, if an animal feels it is overpowered, it will back down or retreat. Animals usually use threats to warn off intruders. They do this by making visual, vocal, or scent threats. For example, the call of monkeys warns intruders that they are on claimed land. Animals may also engage in a behavior called ritual fighting. During ritual fighting, animals go through all the motions of fighting without ever actually touching each other. The intensity of the ritual fight will vary depending on where the animals meet inside the territory. If the ritual fighting is intense, this usually means the intruder is far into the animal's territory. If the ritual fighting is less intense, it means that it may be closer to the border of the territory. Actual fighting only happens in overcrowded conditions and if resources are limited. Injury and death can result. Typically, the older or sick animals will be the ones that are killed, resulting in a more balanced ecosystem. Territoriality is actually an effective way to maintain a biologically fit population. This brings us to the end of our lesson for today. We have learned about territorial behavior in animals. We discussed what territory is, why it is worth defending, and how animals defend it. Until next time, thank you, teacher. Thank you, students.